Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new episode of More Nerds Than Mike, the only podcast where we admit that we don't have enough microphones. My name is Kevin. I'm one of your 5 hosts today. We're going to start going that way.
All right, I'm Josh.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Keimon.
And, of course, I'm Matt.
And we have 2 special guests today. First off, we have...
Name's Alex.
And second, we have...
I'm Malia.
All right. Now, first off, I want to start off by having everyone talk about what they did this week. So, Josh, you want to start off?
I didn't do much this week. I finished the Colin Baker era of Doctor Who, so now I'm on Sylvester McCoy, which is where the show gets really shitty. That's why they canceled it.
All right.
I continued reading Spider-Verse. I watched Big Hero 6 yesterday, which, for those of you who don't know, is based off of a Marvel comic.
Quote-unquote based.
And I started Gurren Lagann.
That's good.
Big Hero 6 is the other good Fantastic Four.
Hey, don't bash Big Hero 6. That's
Big Hero 6 is a wonderful
No,
movie.
we
It
love
was
it.
a fun movie.
It's
so
very
I gotta say.
anticlimactic.
Yeah.
It's not anticlimactic.
It was
It is very
No, it's
anticlimactic.
I did not enjoy it. I'm just saying right now.
Big Hero
The
6 was
ending
a good
just-
movie. The
ending-
ending,
What was wrong with the ending?
I'm just like, it was so
It was a
random.
lot more
How is it
directed
so
at the
random?
It was
children.
like, hey,
Yeah.
she's alive.
For the
Let's go jump through the portal. Hey,
Well,
we
it's just
just
that, it's just
They're
that final
sacrificing
battle was
themselves
way
for
too
something
short.
bigger.
Yeah.
It was resolved
Was
way
there
too
one?
quickly.
It was a kid's movie, so
They
of
had
course
the, they had the
like,
whole montage, and then there was nothing.
Well, here's the thing. Even for a kids' movie, some Disney movies have made the battles more climactic.
that was incredible.
All right, Keimon, you want to have something?
Hello. Last night I read Scooby-Doo and the Apocalypse, and yeah,
Was it the first issue or
it was the first issue, and it's not what I expected.
was it better or worse?
I think you can't go into it thinking about the cartoon, so you have to start over with a new, fresh idea of Scooby-Doo.
All right.
Like, was it brutally violent?
Yeah.
Oh, I can get behind this.
Yeah.
Oh, you, Matt.
Well, I did a lot of reading. Most of it was for school. Like, I learned about blackface and all the other stereotypes going on.
My
But,
favorite
uh,
kind.
Keimon.
So we won't talk about that. You should know about that. And and I also
So
read a
good.
comic called Joe the Barbarian. I'll talk about that later.
You just save everything for later.
I'll say about
Do we need to give
later.
you your own segment, Matt?
I
Yeah.
deserve it.
Welcome to the Met
At this
Show.
point, I deserve it.
Okay, well, I have been watching The Flash. I'm already halfway through season 2. So far, I like it. I like it. Like, Keimon's looking at me like he's shocked. I like it for up to a point. Like, I still think the first season's better. But the second season definitely has like a more focused plot line than the first season did.
Okay.
But I feel like that they're building up to a twist that they might need a lot of explaining for.
I think the
And they
villain
will
was-
go into that.
Okay.
I have watched the whole series of The Flash up till the most recent season finale, and
Okay.
you're in for a treat.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, like, I'm
that
just
way.
saying, like,
It's
if they're
great.
building, like, they're really building up for this one guy to be Zoom, and I'm just like, if that's the case, because he's got a lot of explaining to do, because he's in literally 2 places at once when that happens.
Who do you think is Zoom?
Jay Garrick, the Flash from Earth 2. If you guys don't know, and if you guys aren't watching the show, then you're probably just even more confused.
Yeah, I've never seen the show.
Yeah, so you're like, Josh is like, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
It's a great show.
But yeah, and then I read a little bit of The Summer Night by Jim Butcher. We didn't do much this week because we're starting this podcast super early. We're filming it on Friday instead
Filming?
of...
We're not filming anything.
Yeah, we're recording it on Friday instead of Sunday. So yeah, we didn't have much to go on. But Alex, did you do anything this week?
I recently rewatched episodes 442 to 450 of Naruto Shippuden, which is pretty much a plotline in Tsunade's head of if Minato still lived. And that whole episode bundle right there was very interesting with the fact of how Naruto and Sasuke take it on. That's all I'll say for that.
To watch that.
If you guys can hear, Josh was chanting Weeaboo.
Of course. Of course.
Malia, how about you? Anything interesting this week?
Well, My roommate and I went.
We're talking about pop culture, not your life.
No.
Damn it, Malia.
We
Is it a
got.
pop culture
You know what?
podcast?
I really don't care because we got a palm tree, and that's palm culture enough, right? Pop culture enough.
Oh.
Okay.
Fun though.
You got the BB-8 sticker.
Yeah, I got my BB-8 sticker for my MacBook, which is really exciting.
Cool.
But mainly, I've been watching Grey's Anatomy and trying to catch up with that before
So,
it starts.
Finally, something pop culture related.
I have a BB-8 sticker, okay?
Okay, yeah, no, that's
And a
fine.
piggy bank.
Yeah, I
And
okay.
you watched Fuller House.
Do what?
And you watched Fuller House.
That was like half an episode,
That's
though. That wasn't really.
Yeah, and also.
Alright, Fuller House does not count as a show.
no.
Just, if you want to watch that, then just watch Full House.
Yes.
Right.
Otherwise,
Even that's not there.
there's the door.
So, how many of us has seen Wet Hot American Summer?
Yes.
No.
I know we watched it in the lounge on Monday.
I think
Yeah.
we were all
I
there,
didn't because
weren't we?
I wasn't there.
Oh,
But have you seen it before?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what did you guys overall? What did you guys think of the movie?
It was a classic.
I like the humor that was in it.
I hated it with a passion.
Yeah, I agree
I-
with Ryan. It
It
had
seemed-
absolutely no sense. It made no sense.
Although, to be fair, I do
That's-
hate a lot of movies, so you can probably already tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
You
will
know what I
say
liked in
it
it was
seemed
when they
very
drowned
interesting.
kids.
yeah.
Oh.
Ryan was saying that the funniest
It's
part was when they
funny.
drowned kids. That was
oh, and they threw him out
best
the
part.
side of the van too.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah.
They just threw him out the side of the van.
Yeah, so I didn't like Wet Hot American Summer. I thought it was a very boring movie with a few good jokes in it. But those are like very few and far in between. As far as like the overall tone of the movie, it was very ridiculous, but not in the fun way. Just more like, let's just have a giant piece of spacecraft go towards Earth during a talent show. Give this guy random abilities to control the wind. And it just really, like, the story didn't flow too well either, I think.
It was
Yes,
like
Keimon.
it's 80s montage.
It's 80s montage, it is true, but
Yeah. So you guys have to think about it in that way.
I mean, it was kind of like a very dry satire.
Yeah. Like it's trying to be kind of serious, but trying to put funny bits in within the serious, and I'm like, this is boring. Like I can't even laugh at half this stuff.
I can see why Quinn liked it though, because he is a camp counselor, so he's kind of like
It's something that you
it's
can
probably
relate
something,
to.
yeah, something he can relate to. It's probably more of an inside joke than anything else, really.
Yeah, but that was.
I mean, that doesn't make it good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I enjoyed it.
you okay? What did you like about
You know what, Matt? You're wrong.
it?
Well,
Well, Matt enjoyed Wolf Cup.
That's true.
We all enjoyed Wolf.
We all did
Wolf
enjoy.
Cup was
We all
pretty
enjoyed
good.
it.
I think I
I think
enjoyed
just Matt enjoyed it more
Still
than
haven't
anyone
watched
else.
World Cup, guys.
Okay,
Yeah,
Josh, we need to
I
show you
haven't
Wolf
watched
Cup.
it either.
I think
Malia, we might have to show you Wolf Cup, but you don't want to watch
Mine?
it. So.
I don't. Well,
You
I
just
didn't
read
really
the
like
Wikipedia.
Hardcore Henry, so I probably won't like.
It's not. It's not as bad as Hawker.
It's
Hardcore
almost as
Henry
bad.
wasn't even that
It's
bad,
as bad
guys.
as Hardcore Henry.
it was entertaining.
It's just
Part
almost
was
as bad.
entertaining.
What?
Even like the graphic content of Hardcore Henry is not that bad compared to some of the things I've
That's
seen.
very true.
Josh is over. I've seen.
Josh is like
I've
has
seen
seen many things.
None of them good.
Out of like from the scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate Wet Hot American Summer?
Like
3.
I think I liked it for the same reasons I liked Wolf Cop, in that it was ridiculous, and I found like a lot of jokes funny. But maybe something else that I found funny is that I think I'm more knowledgeable in like 80s pop songs than you guys are. So like I was like
Oh,
laughing
are
at
you?
at the fact that a lot of the songs they chose in that movie. But I'd give it like a probably 5, maybe 4.5 overall.
4.5. I give it a 3. I think I'm with Ryan on this one.
I'll give it the benefit of the doubt.
I'll go
and give it
Josh.
one.
Josh at 3.
Yeah,
It's
3.5.
a 1.
Benefit of the doubt. I'd give it a good 4.5 as well.
Apparently, it didn't get a lot of good reviews either. Like on Rotten Tomatoes, it got like a 46%.
What about you, Malia? What do you rate it?
What, Hot American Summer?
Yes.
Are you not paying attention to us?
Oh no, I'm paying attention.
Okay.
I'd honestly have to give it between a 3 and a 3.5.
Mhm.
It, like how you said, it was just a boring movie with some funny parts, and it wasn't even that engaging.
Yeah, it really wasn't engaging at all. What about you, Keimon? You didn't say anything.
I'll give it a 6.
Okay.
Ooh.
Any reason in particular?
I just like some of the humor that was in it.
You guys are way too
Take that
generous.
off.
What exactly did you like about it, though?
It was just spontaneous, and
It was very spontaneous.
it didn't stop, and it just kept going with the 80s.
It was very random XDXD.
It was just that the song was probably the most enjoyable part of the movie for me. It's like, so they had Loverboy in there.
Yeah, because that's what you're into.
That's true. That's true.
So, are we all like book readers here? Some kind of bookworm?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what are you guys' favorite books?
Slaughterhouse 5.
Slaughterhouse Five is a good one. I love that one.
I'd have to say the Tom Clancy series.
I haven't yet read that one. Tom Clancy.
It's a series. Of
Who's the
books.
author of that? No. oh wait, Tom Clancy is the author. Yeah. Didn't Tom Clancy die recently?
He did.
You did.
Yeah. What about you, Ryan? Favorite books?
The Percy Jackson series, which if you don't know what that is,
Go,
you don't
go
deserve
to a
to
library.
and the Lunar Chronicles.
What is the Lunar Chronicles?
It's basically Star Wars mixes with fairy tales, in which they try to retell it with a sci-fi twist on it.
Treasure Planet.
Kind of,
Just playing it.
basically
Does it have
almost. Except it's way
Only
darker. Like
no
the
lightsabers,
Little Red
no
Riding Hood
force.
story gets really, really dark because there's more than one wolf, and they just do a terrorist attack on a town, on like several cities around the world, and it gets really dark.
Interesting.
Well,
What about you, Keimon?
my favorite book is Shattering Glass. It's about a kid that gets murdered.
We have a special guest knocking on our door.
Interrupted my time.
Hey, Riley.
Riley! Riley's back.
Riley's back.
Hi guys, I'm Matt. Can I borrow a piece of paper?
Is that the same thing you borrowed last episode?
Oh yeah.
Go for it. Go for it.
Where's their printer at?
It's in that gray bottom drawer of the printer.
Yeah.
On the bottom. Oh, it's under the Rocky poster.
Oh, I see
The
it.
Rocky poster that you refuse to hang up.
It will be up.
It won't be
Where?
Believe me.
It won't be up.
Riley, are you going to be a recurring cast member with that joke, funny gag of needing to borrow paper or something?
Yeah, if I happen to keep
Right.
having to find a paper at this exact time.
this
damn paper.
Hey.
Sounds good.
Oh, here it is.
Oh,
Right.
Don't break the paper, the printer.
Yeah, I know.
And they do it.
They can't hear me, right?
Yes, they can.
They heard Riley, so just like,
Yeah.
Here
you go, Riley.
Thank you.
Everyone, Riley.
Enjoy your podcast.
Bye, Riley.
Riley.
Your printer might be broken, Matt.
Who was that guy?
He's a guy who lives next door, I think. So,
Shame.
Anyway,
Keimon,
Keimon.
did you have anything else you wanted to say about Shattering Glass?
Yeah, Shattering Glass. It's about a kid that gets murdered, and they're going back to see how it happened.
That's interesting. I'm going to read that now.
Yeah, it's interesting. And my favorite book when I was a child was Owls of Gahu.
Isn't that the
Ooh,
one
that's
that's
a great
the
movie.
Legends of
Was the
the
movie good?
We don't talk about it.
Okay,
The movie.
It's a good movie, but we
okay,
don't talk about it.
gotcha.
Really?
And Aragon.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that
tried
movie.
really
I was
hard.
gonna say,
Aragon
Aragon
didn't get a
series.
movie.
It did get
Yeah, it did.
No, it didn't.
Aragon?
No, it didn't.
Oh, that's right, you're right, I forgot. They announced it, and then it never came out.
Right,
I forgot
yeah.
about that. Man.
Oh yeah, you know,
My
Aragon
favorite book
movie.
series.
I think I have it.
I do have it, actually.
No, you don't. That movie isn't real.
Anyway, guys, I think that was a bad dream I had, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, you just
I
dreamed
was
you were at the
thinking about
movie theater watching Aragon movie that didn't
Yeah.
exist.
Not that movie.
Yeah, that movie.
It's not bad.
So what about Matt? Any favorite books you want to talk about?
I think the only thing that comes to mind is probably Aragon. That's probably my most nostalgic series, at least. But I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say Aragon's my favorite book series. So it doesn't have a good movie
What
because
did
it
you
never
think of
came out.
Inheritance?
Inheritance.
Yeah.
That's the fourth one.
Yeah.
The ending sucked ass.
I thought the whole thing
I'm
sucked.
sorry. I'll try to keep it clean.
Keep it
Very
PG-13, but I think we already dropped a few curse words already. So.
It's okay. We haven't
made.
said the F word yet.
No.
PG-13 is allowed to
Don't
have
say
one.
Oh,
that.
you
Yeah. Knock on wood, someone's gonna end up
Yeah.
saying it.
So yeah, I did not like the ending of that book. I didn't make sense to me. Maybe if I went back and read it, it would make more sense. But I
was very disappointed.
I was very disappointed.
After Brissinger was so good.
Oh,
It was.
Bersinger's probably my favorite out of the series.
Yeah.
Matt just like
I can't
he
get that-
has a
can't
look
get
of
it.
disappointment on his face.
I can't get into anything without spoiling it. So
Yeah, please don't spoil
Yeah,
it.
please.
I will actually read that series. It's so good.
It is. It really is.
It is.
My favorite book of all time has to be The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams.
That book is good.
That book is amazing. I've read it 3 times.
I have all 5 in a big volume.
I do have that too.
It's
I
great.
just haven't read the other 4 books yet.
Isn't there
You
like a
should.
movie or
It's worth it.
something? Or
There
is
was
it
a
just-
movie. I actually liked the movie.
I like the movie too,
There's
and
a-
I like the TV show, and I like all the different radio plays. They do.
Yeah, I've only seen a little bit of TV show. I like that. I haven't heard the radio plays yet. But no, there apparently are a lot of people that hate the movie.
I don't know why. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's the same tone as the book. I mean, it's just formatted to work on the screen, which I think works just fine.
And I like Martin Freeman in anything.
Oh yeah. We had Snape as the most oppressed robot in the world.
Snape?
Yeah, the actor
Yeah,
plays
Alan
Snape.
Rickman.
Harry
I
Potter.
didn't
He was the
think about
voice
that. I
actor
was like-
for Marvin the Robot.
Alan Rickman.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. and peace.
And my favorite book series is the Percy Jackson series by Rick Riordan. But I'm currently reading another series called The Dresden Files by Jim Butcher, which I think I love more, but I'm only on the 4th book, so I'm still getting through it. It's basically about a wizard taking place in modern-day Chicago, and he's a private investigator.
Oh.
It's
so
amazing.
good. It's good.
Apparently, in like the 9th book, he resurrects a dinosaur and rides it through downtown Chicago.
Yeah, he does.
Well then.
That
That
is-
likes quickly.
Oh yeah, it's great. What about you, Malia?
My favorite book series. I don't know. I really did like the Aragon series, but Harry Potter will always hold a special place in my
I
heart.
read Harry Potter every
Harry
year.
Potter will always hold. I probably read that series at least 15 times. Like
Yeah,
all
I
of
read it every year.
I've only read the
Yeah.
first 4 books, but I couldn't really get into it.
Okay,
Oh.
after the 4th book, it gets
Yeah.
super dark.
That's what I'm being
Yeah.
told.
Yeah.
But it's
No.
just more like, for me, it feels like the writing was very simple.
Well, the first 3 definitely, because
Yeah.
they're aimed more for
Oh
children.
yeah, and
Yeah.
the 3rd
As
book
he
was
grows-
definitely my least favorite.
As he
I like
grows
the 3rd one.
As he grows, the writing grows with him.
Yeah.
yeah. It got really dark.
Like,
Well, it's
It got-
supposed to.
it got so dark that if they hadn't toned it down, the like Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, and Deathly Hallows movies would have gotten an R rating.
Interesting. But so I have a question for you, Harry Potter fans. What makes I talked to a lot of people about Harry Potter, and they say that Prisoner of Azkaban, the 3rd book, is their favorite book of all time. Why is that the case?
It's not my favorite.
It's my least favorite.
I think it's
I
just like
It's not my
Oh,
favorite.
go ahead.
I think it's just because like the plot in that one is like it has a huge plot twist
Yeah, time
Yeah.
travel.
that pretty much that, and it's like you don't see it coming. Like that might be it. It's not my favorite, but I know most people are like it. The plot was great for that one.
I don't know, like
It's my second favorite Harry
I
Potter
think-
book. But I think the reason I like it is because the first 2 books were very formulaic,
mhm.
and the 3rd one just broke out of that, and it kind of set the tone for the rest of the series. And the way it handled the time travel aspect was done in a very mature, not cliche way. It wasn't just like, oh, we can go back in time and fix whatever we want. It was like, no, there's real consequences if we see it ourselves, or if we. So it was just a feeling of foreboding when they went back and dealt with all their obstacles.
I mean, for me, it felt like, I get that the first 2 books were formulaic, but the 3rd book, even though it did break out of that formula, it felt like that J.K. Rowling was just making it up as she went. Like, it didn't feel like there was much of a plot to it until, like, the halfway through is where, like, it finally found its footing. But even then, I felt like it wasn't that great of a book.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, because the first half sets up a lot of things that feel like loose ends.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second half is spent tying them all together.
Mm-hmm.
But the great thing about it is that, unlike with Stephen Moffat's Doctor Who, where there's loose ends that don't get tied together, every single loose end in book 3 gets tied together.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it kind of does. So, I mean, I'll eventually finish reading the Harry Potter series. Just right now,
You do need to.
right now, I'm reading the Dresden Files.
Wait, what book are you?
Finish Dresden Files.
I read the first 4 books.
Okay.
So I read Goblet of Fire. So I started reading Order of the Phoenix, but I didn't care for it too much. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Order of the Phoenix is probably my least favorite.
It's the longest too.
It's
Yeah,
the
we have
Yeah,
longest.
the Goblet of Fire is the longest.
No, Order
No,
of the
Order of the
Phoenix.
Phoenix is the
Yeah.
longest by far.
It's the longest, but it's awesome. The only thing I have a problem with, I just really want to punch Dolores Umbridge.
Yeah.
I loved Order
I
of the
wish we could
Phoenix.
curse on this show because I know what I would call her.
Oh.
I like
Can't you just like censor yourself or use like different words like jelly beans?
Use your imagination.
Use your imagination.
Use your
Beetlejuice.
imagination.
Well, use your imagination.
No,
Write down
we're
in the
not
comments
so
what you
many
think Malia
Beetlejuice.
is thinking.
the the last 3 books really do a good job of bringing forward real life social issues, but not beating you over the head.
Interesting.
It deals with
Alex?
racism and the KKK.
I'm not a Harry Potter fan.
I was listening.
So you're not
tried-
a Harry Potter fan?
Not that big. I tried my best to get into it, just couldn't.
But what are some of your favorite books?
Keimon.
One of my favorite books as a kid was Ender's Game.
I love Ender's
That was
Game.
And then reading the sequel, Ender's Shadow, it
I thought Ender's Shadow was the tie-in that's from Bean's point of view.
it is from Bean's point of view.
The sequel would be Speaker of the Dead, right?
It would be Speaker of the Dead. Pardon me for speaking.
For the day.
Yeah.
How did you feel about Ender's Game?
Ender's Game, the movie didn't seem to capture what the book had.
Really?
Yes, the movie seemed to tone it down a lot.
Yeah, the movie definitely
True.
toned
It
it down
does.
because otherwise it would have gotten an R rating.
Yes, and that's
It
what
should
some
have gone.
fans were looking for. Because Ender's Game is just that type of strategic thing where it takes a child and has them pretty much command war.
But it's kind of like how they had with the Hunger Games, where it's like it's a young adult novel, so they got to tone it down so they can get more teens to come see
Exactly.
it. Otherwise, none of them would be able to see it.
I actually liked the movie.
I
Like-
liked the movie, I just wish that it would do the right thing.
Mhm.
Kind of like Suicide Squad, for example.
Yeah.
Good storyline, but it really should have earned the R rating and done the right thing for it. There's just some things that you should just let happen, no matter what the fan base is.
I get what you're saying. So, speaking of movies, there's a new movie that came out this week. It's on Blu-ray called Captain America: Civil War. How many of us have seen it?
I think we all seen
I
it.
believe
Are we all,
we've all
Malia hasn't
Oh.
seen
Malia?
it.
What about the football field?
What night was that?
It was like
Was
the
that
first night. That was
yeah,
the first
I had a
movie.
migraine that night. I couldn't do anything.
Oh, that sucks.
I had to leave right after convocation.
Aw, what about you, Matt? Did you see Civil War yet?
Yeah, on the football field.
Okay. So, what are you guys' thoughts on the Civil War? Since we actually never reviewed it yet.
I didn't.
Keemon's just groaning. He's like,
I seen it the first time. I liked it. Then I
No,
saw it.
I was the one groaning.
oh.
I saw it like the second time, and then I started picking it apart. Then I saw it the third time.
And
Football field.
started to
Yeah, and then I
not like it.
I didn't like it.
Okay, what? So after picking it apart, because I saw it twice and I loved it both times. So what are you picking apart from it?
Like the small stories, like what were they doing? Game, what was it called? The place
In the beginning?
Tarmac?
no, Malaysia or something like that.
In the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were stopping crossbow.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing.
Yeah,
Why wasn't Vision there?
Oh, I don't know.
Like, Vision could have stopped this as well. He is a member of the Avengers.
And he's
And yet- The first time that they reintroduce him is just him trying to wear people clothing.
yeah.
yeah, he walked through a wall.
A red
and I
face.
just- yeah.
I was actually thinking about this last night, and I mentioned it to you a little bit. I love comic books. I love superheroes. Don't like superhero movies.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see why, because it's
They are-
very hard adapting a comic book into a movie,
Right.
Although they
even
did
though it's
do
basically
well.
a storyboard.
Although
right,
they did do well with the kickoff with Iron Man.
Mhm.
They did do well with that.
Both DC and Marvel Cinematic Universes feel like 2-hour-long commercials for the comic books.
Mhm.
That's really all it's like. Come see this movie. It's good because it has Spider-Man in it and he fights people, and that's basically what their selling point is. I can't get behind that. A movie's it's gotta give me more than just face recognition and name recognition.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, we need to make, actually good movies.
Right.
It's like something Oscar-worthy. Like, an Oscar-worthy superhero movie would be very good.
Yeah, and I haven't seen one yet.
I mean, Batman vs. Superman, the director's cut, which we talked about last week. I mean, I heard you didn't. I know you don't like it, Josh, but I feel like it could be almost close to being a really like an Oscar-worthy screenplay. But that's like really up for debate, though, because there's so many people hate that movie.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'll say this.
It's
I
not good.
liked Batman vs. Superman more than I liked Civil War, by far.
I kind of like them both equally, but maybe I am more lenient towards Batman
I
vs.
am
Superman.
also more Batman v Superman.
I just like, when I look
That movie-
at the plot for Batman vs. Superman and Civil War, Civil War one is actually a bit more ridiculous than the Batman vs Superman, because Civil War is like, hey, what are you guys actually fighting over? Because we know Tony's not going to actually follow the rules in the future. He's going to follow them for like about 20 seconds, and he's going to be like, I need to do something my own way.
Yeah, like Civil War, like, definitely the plot is way more clean cut, and like they explain it more clearly than Batman vs Superman. Versus Batman vs Superman, where it's like you're seeing it from the characters' perspectives.
Yeah.
Especially the director's cut, not the theatrical cut. That cut's bad.
My one biggest peeve about Batman v Superman is Lex Luthor.
That was what I complained about last week.
I
You gotta say it.
I
You cannot
explained
like
it in
him.
the last episode. Like Lex Luthor in the comics, originally when that character was created, he was a mad scientist
Well, yes,
until
but
like
not.
But
they
he didn't
revamped
act
the
the way Jesse
He
Eisenberg.
didn't act
Yeah.
as sporadic.
Yeah, that's true.
Jesse Eisenberg felt
Nobody
like he
likes
was
Superman.
channeling
Nobody
a
likes
Joker rather than
I like
Riddler.
I-
Lex
No,
Luthor.
Victor Zsasz at least.
What?
Jesse Eisenberg, shave his head, you could pull up a pretty good Victor Zsasz.
Yeah.
Or the Riddler.
Yeah. Anyway, back to Civil War.
Back to Civil War.
Yeah, no, I love Civil War because I really like the execution of how like they showed both sides of an argument. When instead of like this is Captain America's movie, we're only seeing it from Captain America's point of view. Da 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 da.
Even though
And then
one
no.
side was clearly in the right and
I
one
mean,
side was
like,
clearly
Captain
in the wrong.
America was clearly in the right. I'm Team Cap.
No,
All the
it
way.
was not.
No, Alex is looking at me. What are you, Team Iron Man?
Yes.
Alex is not.
For
against.
what?
Okay, so
yes, they need regulation.
why are you Team Iron Man?
They're not real guys.
I would rather talk about Iron Man versus Captain America than Hillary versus Trump. Just saying.
Yes.
I mean, either way, you're screwed.
Either way, you're screwed. I mean, Captain America is just like it's more. I feel like it's a more selfless decision. Like people keep saying he's selfish and wanting to help his friend, but
Well, here's the
it's
thing about
selfless
that.
because he doesn't want to be tied to the government. Because if he sees someone in trouble, he wants to be able to help them instead of waiting for the government to say, "Yes, Captain America, you can go help them." Or
That's what he was
saying
doing
no.
in the beginning.
What?
That's what he was doing in the beginning, like in World War II. So it doesn't really matter, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
if,
but-
if you think about it though, like him wanting to help Bucky was really his only friend who was his friend
He was
when
his,
he
like,
was weak, like dorky captain, not superhuman captain. So I would see why he wants to help his friend out, you know?
I feel like they should have developed more on the relationship between Cap and Bucky.
Yeah.
Because
that's true.
in the subtext that we're not being clearly shown, like Bucky was his best friend through his whole life. So like he's kind of basically a brother to him.
We kind of got that in Winter Soldier with all
They
the
kind of
Oh,
got
little
it. It's
bit.
just like it could have been better. I feel like with the execution, but it was just enough for like people who are familiar with the context that they understand the relationship and
That's
how
true.
much Cap would go through to save Bucky and understand his decision. But as far as like as a regular moviegoer who doesn't know the subtext, they'd be like, "Yeah, Captain America's selfish because he only wants to help his friend." Like, no, he wants to help the world.
Well, then
He just doesn't
again,
want to feel
are you
restricted
comparing
doing
it
it.
just to the movie, or are you comparing it to the comic book Civil War?
I'm comparing it to just in comics in general, the Cap relationship with Cap and Bucky, because that was not the whole argument at all in the comics
Oh,
version of Civil
especially.
War.
But
They focused it more.
my main reason for being Team Iron Man in Civil War is for the fact that the people were very vocal about the point that when the Avengers come in, they save everyone, but they wreak havoc and there are casualties.
True.
And
And-
Captain America was saying though, like, oh, we can be neater, we can be tidier when we do this. But really, it is a problem though with superhero fights that
It is.
these
And
big
you
more-
have more and more people coming in becoming superheroes so easily.
Mhm.
Like in the comics, you had a reality TV crew following around these kids who became superheroes.
Mhm.
Lo and behold, you get a whole school blown up.
Mhm.
But think about it, like, or at least with the movie, like,
Okay.
with the movies, they couldn't avoid, like, all that catastrophic destruction. Because it's like an army versus 6 people, 8 people, 9 people,
Mhm.
whatever you want to call it. But, like, even so, like, there's no way there's going to be minimum damage, especially when one of your members literally is his own powers to destroy stuff.
That's very true.
And then the government is saying that the Avengers keep destroying things unnecessarily, yet they're the one that shot the missile at New York City in the first
Right.
Avengers
And
movie.
also, the shield thing was...
Yes, Keimon, your
That's a
counter
difference.
argument?
That's a difference.
What's
There's-
That
what's
is
the
not a
difference,
difference.
Keimon? They were going to
The
nuke the entire
government
city.
did want to nuke the entire city.
kill
Then
the
again,
biggest city
but
in
they
the
the
got
world?
all those
government
aliens
was
being
being
so-
invaded by Hydra, yet they're blaming the Avengers for that as well.
True.
That
That's
is true.
something that I didn't understand.
Also, if you look in the little screens next to where they have the whole people are dying, this is a small number. Like for New York, 23 people dead. I'm like, this was pathetic. Why are you guys getting mad? It was 23 people dead. It's like a fire burning down a building. That's about as many people died.
And then I will give Captain America this, and it's the fact that the whole Ultron situation was created in the movie series because of Tony Stark.
Yeah.
That was Tony Stark's fault.
I mean, that was understandable for the government blaming Tony for that one.
Right.
Because it was his fault. But-
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like the Chitauri, not their fault. Washington D.C. definitely not their fault.
Definitely not their fault.
I mean, there was a secret Nazi cult. What are you gonna do?
Hydra. Hydra's different from Nazis.
Well, yeah, but they were
Well, they're a
technically-
branch of Nazis.
Yeah,
They were a branch. They branched off of the Nazis.
Mhm.
They were a death cult. Let's just say
Yeah.
that.
What
Okay.
are they, man?
Yeah, Hydra.
Yeah,
Well,
they were
okay.
originally written to... Because, like, the creators of Captain America were Jewish, right?
What?
Yeah.
Hydra was meant to mirror the Nazis. So I
Yeah,
know
of
that
course
they
it was.
aren't, in the universe, they aren't literally Nazis, they basically are Nazis.
But yeah,
Yeah. What rating would you give Civil War?
Fine.
Out of 5 out of 10?
7.5.
7.5?
I'd give it a good 8.
I'd say 8.5 because the execution, like, even though like there are some little holes here and there, like why is Vision not in the beginning? I just feel like the execution of the plot line and the writing of the dialogue was still really well done. So I mean I have to give it like an 8.5 out of 10.
I'm with Keimon.
You're a Keimon 5 out of 10.
Yes.
Malia's like I answered that another
I
day.
haven't seen it. So.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
have you seen any of the Marvel movies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Yeah, just
what?
want to check and be sure.
Like what?
Like.
Spider-Man.
So
I
there's
have seen
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man hasn't.
Also-
Spider-Man 3.
Also, one sec. What was with Tony Stark bringing in some high schooler into like a death battle?
Because he's
What was
so
up with
full of
that?
himself that he thinks he could do it. It's just basically a way to show that how reckless Tony Stark is, that he would just bring in a kid to the battlefield.
Okay, also, what was it?
Kimon's
No,
like,
no,
Black
no.
Panther
okay,
is-
Kimon, what's your counter argument?
If it's
He
really,
kidnapped somebody.
he
I don't
did.
hear you.
He,
They
he,
did.
he kidnapped an underage child.
No, I'm talking about Captain. He kidnapped.
Captain
Yeah, but it was Paul Rudd. It's okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Then he kidnapped
That's
Paul
true,
Rudd.
though.
They
Like-
kidnapped Paul Rudd and stick him in the-
Tony Stark kidnapped an underage child.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
okay, Paul
But
Rudd.
you-
at
you
least.
He brought him out of the country.
Now, what's
Technically,
with
how
Aunt
weird
May constantly de-aging whenever we see her? Starts as old lady
Mhm.
Yep.
in Spider-Man. Then in the Amazing Spider-Man, she's
Like
decently aged.
Decently.
like maybe your mom.
And now we have her in Civil War and just out.
It was weird when Tony Hart or
It's like
Tony Hart-
When
Tony
Tony
Stark-
started getting
Tony
too
Like a
Stark.
close.
Benjamin Button.
Why is your aunt so hot? I was
I
like,
mean,
like,
like-
what's the point of this?
The actress for Aunt May, though, in Civil War, I think she's like 52 or something. Yeah,
She
but
does
like,
sound
she's
real?
actually the age for Aunt May.
Yeah.
She just doesn't look like it.
Hey.
So that's my counter argument.
But she's constantly getting younger and younger.
She
Benjamin
is
Button.
Benjamin Button.
Yeah. Multiverse theory.
Oh my god.
Go. No, but no, Civil War. I guess it's a great. Overall, I think we agree though. It's not a bad.
It's not
Can I
movie.
ask-
It's not a horrible movie because the lowest rating we gave it was a 5 out of 10, which was like means like it's okay at least.
Can I
It's at
just-
least watchable.
Say my two least favorite things in that movie. One, the whole Vision and Scarlet Witch story.
That was dumb. And
That was
Yeah, that was out of
And then two, I'm sorry, Black Panther got on my nerves so much in that movie just because of how much of oh, I gotta kill this dude
I
because
love
he.
Black Panther.
Right, that was
I mean, like that one moment where he's like flying,
Come
actually,
on.
flying at
Come
Spider-Man,
on.
he just looks like. I'm like, dude, take a chill pill. Yes, your dad got blown up, but we've established that it was not the dude's fault.
We got another special guest
damn.
knocking
Oh,
on
we
our
got someone
door.
else knocking on the door. Who could it be?
Hello. Hey, Dion.
Can I be on the podcast?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Hi,
Oh my
Dion's here.
God.
Dion's here.
This is Dion, my roommate.
Buy Lemonade on iTunes.
We're not.
We're not promoting.
Yeah, we're not promoting Beyonce.
Yeah, this is not
Yeah,
Beyonce.
she could sue us for that.
Yeah.
I mean,
This is-
I know, I get that this is a pop culture podcast.
This is a
and we should
Beyonce
talk about
not
music
that
more
kind
often.
of pop culture.
All right, we can talk
Might
about
leave
music. Favorite bands. Go.
I don't listen to music.
Wow.
Kevin.
How can you
I would
not
have to say-
listen to music?
I don't really care for music. I mean, I like 80s mixtapes. I do like Hans Zimmer's scores for
You like
movies.
soundtracks.
Yeah, soundtrack. I'm a soundtrack guy.
You think Hans Zimmer's the best?
Hans Zimmer,
Dude, Hans Zimmer is fantastic. Did you share the score for Kung Fu Panda?
I see it's got some good ones, but some are.
Man of Steel soundtrack. I have that.
I
all
love the
on my
Man of Steel
phone.
soundtrack. I love the Amazing Spider-Man 2 soundtrack. And
Yes, I
there's
love that soundtrack.
Amazing Spider-Man 2. That one is really
The
good.
Kingsman.
Yes.
soundtrack.
Kingsman soundtrack.
No,
Yeah,
Amazing
wow.
Spider-Man 2.
Alex
Seen
has
that
a
movie?
I love
Led
I
Zeppelin
love
shirt.
that movie.
I love
am
Patrick
wearing
Amazing
the
Spider-Man 2.
shirt, but
I
I've
love the
recently
Amazing
been
Spider-Man 2.
listening to
Someone
a
likes it
lot
other
more.
than
You
me.
guys
I
are
too,
trash.
Ryan.
I love Andrew
We're
Garfield.
not trash. Andrew Garfield.
Okay,
Garfield
I
is
like
my
Andrew
least
Garfield
favorite.
Spider-Man, but
That's
not
Alex-
as Peter
Alex-
Parker.
Don't
okay.
even get me
Okay.
started on Andrew Garfield.
Okay.
I
And
love
from a
him.
female's point of view, don't even get me
He's terrible.
started.
I like Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, but I did not like his Peter Parker.
I was so
Yeah,
mad they
that's- I
canceled
can agree
this
with that.
series. I
He
was so
channeled too
mad.
much
But
of
the second one was so
Spider-Man
bad.
into his-
Yeah.
It was
It
not.
was
Like,
he
trash.
I
It's
love
just, like, really
Electro.
weird.
My
Like,
only
he
problem with it
because
was Rhino
Spider-Man
that he
was-
had only like he was basically like, hey, let's have all these scenes with him in the trailer. He's in it for like maybe 10 seconds.
What did you like again?
I liked Electro. I loved Electro.
Yeah,
Especially
I
all those
agree.
those
I
music
was
scores
like,
for
I
him.
empathize.
Electro.
I empathize with
Electro's
Electro.
theme
I can
song was
understand.
Yeah, I mean, they
amazing.
definitely gave him like a clear motive, but
Mhm.
like as far as his character goes, I didn't care for him too much.
Right.
Amazing
I love him,
Spider-Man
like-
2 was
He
garbage.
was,
Electro
it's not garbage.
is-
I
it
love
was
Amazing Spider-Man
garbage.
2. It was
Electro is
garbage.
basically all of us if we fail college.
No.
Wait,
No.
What?
Well, he became a very good electrician, so
Okay,
he
true.
had to pass
Touche.
college.
Well, yeah, okay.
Technically, he could have still been a good electrician with that power.
It's just that people kind of treated him like a freak, which I was like, come on. Like, stupid police officer on the roof sniping the dude when he just accidentally touched the metal grate.
Freaking Spider-Man was like, it was like he just wants help, and Spider-Man's like acting like he's gonna like murder someone or something. I'm like, just give him the help, and
Yeah,
none of this would have
Spider-Man was
happened.
the one that was trying to get him the help. He was the
Totally
one that was.
And then the cops kind of
Say
overreacted
that
and
out
made
loud.
Spider-Man look like a bad guy.
Yeah. But still,
Tobey Maguire
that
was
music.
The music, yeah, Hans Zimmer did a
Tobey
great
Maguire
job
was
with
Yeah,
Amazing
that
Spider-Man.
was good.
I have the theme as my ringtone, so
Really?
yeah, I love it.
It's great.
But Dion, have you done anything pop culture related over the past week? You might have to talk
What
a
have
bit
you been
louder to
watching?
reach the microphone.
Yeah. What have you been watching or reading recently?
A lot of Big Time Rush.
Speak a bit louder. The microphone.
Big Time Rush.
Big Time Rush. Oh,
Do y'all know who that is?
Yeah,
I
Big
know
Time
what that
Rush. I
is.
see.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
That was fun. That's a fun show.
Yeah,
I really
It's good in
despise
its own
Big Time
right.
Rush.
it's a dark mystery.
Yeah, it's like, have you seen Stranger Things? It's just like that.
How did you feel about American Horror Story?
It's like iCarly.
I hate it.
It wasn't
I
just
don't
like
like
it.
it. I don't
No,
like
like the format is terrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
For what?
American Horror Story.
So I can skip this season 2 then?
Probably.
Okay.
Wait,
give me
I haven't
2
even bothered
episodes.
watching American
Isn't it
Horror
like a
Story.
documentary
You're
style,
afraid
like
of
found
everything.
footage or something?
I'm not
Yeah.
afraid of everything.
It was
I
like
just don't like
reenactment.
horror movies.
Your favorite
You're
roller
afraid.
coaster. They tell their
I'm
stories
not-
and people reenact.
I don't.
You're
I'm
afraid.
not afraid of roller coasters. I do not like roller coasters.
You're afraid.
No, there is a difference.
You are uncomfortable with roller coasters.
I do not like them. There is a difference between
not
being
like them.
uncomfortable with something, being disliking something, and being afraid of something.
So you hate the idea of roller coasters.
I don't hate the idea.
You
I
hate
have nothing
people who
against
love
roller
roller
coasters.
coasters.
I just don't like
You're
them for
prejudiced
myself.
against roller
I am
coasters.
not prejudiced
So would you
against
ride a
roller
roller
coasters.
coaster?
No, I wouldn't. I do
I
not find joy in them.
I'm calling this roller coaster discrimination.
Yeah.
Hey, okay,
I'm gonna file
all
this with HR.
roller coasters matter, okay?
Roller coaster lives matter.
Then just make that a hashtag.
Hashtag roller coaster live.
You've heard it from here. All
Make
roller
it trending on
coaster
Twitter. Make that more popular than our podcast.
lives matter. All roller coaster lives matter.
But anything else, Dion, besides American Horror Story and Big Time Rush? No? No? Alright. Cool.
I'm reading the Bible.
So,
Oh, he's been reading the Bible, guys.
What's that?
amen.
Keemon's like, what is that? Is that a book I worship Satan?
No, I read the Bible. I read the Bible.
it's a
I
novel.
like
It's 66 books. It's a really big series. But,
I don't like the ending.
guys, no, dude, it's a cliffhanger. It's a cliffhanger that foreshadows what's going to happen in real life.
Right.
Guys, but anything else you guys want to talk about?
I thought we were doing favorite music.
Favorite? Oh yeah, we were doing favorite
Alex was
music.
trying to
Well,
speak.
I
You didn't
was
interrupt
trying to speak, but
Yeah, then we
then
talked about
had
Spider-Man
thing
because of me.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 just
Sorry,
going on a
Alex.
tangent,
Alright.
interrupting.
Alright, so Led Zeppelin.
So I am wearing a Led Zeppelin shirt, although I have been listening to a lot more Leonard Skinner lately.
Okay. Okay,
Do
respectable.
that.
Oh, and
Ryan
Ryan
doesn't
here
know-
does
Ryan-
not know any bands.
He does
I
not
don't
know
know
any
musicians.
old war
He
movies.
doesn't know
Classical.
Queen.
Ryan,
he
do you know
doesn't
Remedy
know
Drive?
Leonard Skinner.
Who?
Oh my gosh!
Ryan doesn't know the Beatles.
Who is the
Casting
He
Beatles?
didn't even,
Crowds.
Ryan didn't even know the Beatles.
He did not
What
even
the-
know.
Ryan
He had
didn't
no
know-
idea who
That
the
was
Beatles were.
the
I know
cliffhanger.
there was Ringo.
He's gonna be.
Okay.
Oh my
You
Get
knew
the
there
other
was
person.
Ringo, but you didn't know there was
Okay.
the Beatles.
I understand not liking
No.
the Beatles, but not knowing the
Right now.
Beatles.
It's
How?
something
No,
else.
Especially with
Hey,
Yellow Submarine in your childhood.
Okay,
Right.
I never had Yellow Submarine in my childhood, but I know other Beatles songs.
I didn't.
Yeah, I've
my
never been
parents.
on the Yellow
I never listen to old music. I listen to. I don't listen to. Well, I listen to some new music. I'm more impartial to rock, but no one like.
That
Listen
is
to-
rock.
I mean, like rock. No,
That is rock.
that ain't rock.
Okay, Queen. Rock.
I mean, like,
AC/DC.
If it wasn't a
Rock.
Breaking Benjamin,
Yeah,
like that kind of rock.
That's,
Breaking Benjamin kind of rock.
That's
Or
that's like more metal. Or
that's
something.
more alternative metal.
that ain't metal.
Yes, it
That's
is.
more
I'm
alternative.
It's
Well,
it's-
see,
it's-
Sir,
As
I have
a
been
man
around
who is
music.
very familiar with bands like Merciful Fate, I would say Breaking Benjamin is not metal.
Hey.
Yeah,
See, I
Josh
listen
is
to
like
rock.
the music expert out of all of us, I think.
I love music.
he's in band.
You and me both.
He has a ukulele.
I do have a ukulele.
Places.
Um,
Saxophone.
my favorite band, however, would have to be the Mountain Goats.
Okay.
You keep mentioning that band. the
I
Mountain
do. I
Goats.
love them, and I'm going to see them next Friday.
Apparently, John Green loves the Mountain Goats.
He does, but
You just don't care for John Green.
I don't. I like his online content, but don't like his books.
I like his books for the most part. Like, I love The Fault in Our Stars and Looking for Alaska. I didn't care too much for Paper Towns, but I like the movie better.
I could write essays on why I don't like his books.
I don't know.
Boy.
I don't know. Looking for Alaska is a really good one, though.
Mm.
You don't care for it?
I don't like the representation of women in Looking for Alaska.
That is true. That is true. I can get behind
She is
that.
Alaska is a very flat character, and she is used solely as an object of sexual interest. And then halfway through,
What the-
she
what the book was
is
about.
killed
Right.
off
Mhm.
before she gets any sort of character development.
Mhm.
And it's just the rest of the book is just Pudge pining over like, oh man, I really, really wanted to, get in her pants. But now she's dead. And it's like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, it is a very graphic book. I didn't care for that part of it, but I do agree with your opinion on that. But The Fault in Our Stars, though, Hazel had a more depth than that.
She had more depth.
But Augustus Waters had like zero depth to him.
But Augustus Waters was so
He was a prick.
annoying. He was so annoying.
No, Augustus Waters is a prick. He's only nice to Hazel. Like,
It's
even
a-
to he yells at
it's
his
a-
family.
Okay, that whole "it's a metaphor" scene pissed me off. It's like, are you kidding me? That's how you're going to write this character? Like,
Mhm.
I don't know. Fault in Our Stars was pretentious.
They did get pretentious a little bit.
Augustus Waters was the most pretentious part.
Oh yeah, definitely. I
think that was
every
the
time
point.
Augustus Waters showed up. I'm just like, I don't
Yeah.
care for him. But music, Matt.
Music. I like older rock and roll. It's kind of like my main genre.
He's an old man.
I'm not an old man. So
Matt is
like,
actually 45 years old.
it's true.
You
It's
can
true.
hear it
I
in
just
his
got to
voice.
college. I just graduated high school.
Wow.
Super senior.
Yeah, I guess I like U2 a lot. Like Pink Floyd. I like Zeppelin, AC/DC. I like the older bands really.
Wait, U2 is old?
Yes,
U2
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 is old.
an 80s
I thought they
band.
were
YouTube was
someone
created
new.
until like 2005.
That's YouTube, not YouTube.
Well, I listen to U2.
Yeah, they're an 80s
A little. I listen
Yeah.
to one song by them.
Not YouTube.
band.
I don't even know what song.
Don't
Remember when they
forget
decided?
about- No.
Remember when they decided to force their new album onto every single
Yeah,
iPhone?
how they just gave it to everyone for free.
Yep.
You guys, don't talk about that album.
I still listen
That album
to that
doesn't
album
exist.
a little bit.
One album.
I didn't listen to it once. I just got rid of it.
I listened to it for a little bit.
I was happy because I liked U2, but then I listened to it and I was like, this kind of sucks. But I can see why it pissed people off. I mean, but you can just delete it. I don't know why people made such a big deal about it.
Right.
Yeah,
Well-
it's just free.
Because you can delete it from your phone. You can't delete it from your iTunes library.
It's just another album in your iTunes library. Who cares?
Yeah, but what if you don't want it in there?
Well, I'm sorry.
Android is better.
You should start listening to better music then.
I use an
Should
iPhone,
have,
but as soon as
listened
it's
to
time for me
reviews
to get an
first.
upgrade, I'm switching.
Amen.
Alright, Malia, what about you with music?
I like happy pop. Like, I like stuff that I can...
What do you call it?
Happy pop.
No, what was the name you guys were talking? The music. What you guys want to listen to in the car?
Oh.
I like stuff that I can jam out to. Like, booty poppin' music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Booty Pop.
I like booty poppin' music, quote unquote. I just like stuff that I can either sing to or dance to. Like, I'm a big fan of Charlie Puth and Shawn Mendes.
Mhm.
Like, I love all of their music. But then also, how you talk about scores and soundtracks, I also love all of those.
Mhm.
And just anything that I can express myself with is really what I like. It's not just one certain thing. I have a little bit of everything that I like to listen to.
Alright, that's cool. I can get behind that. Dion, how about you with music besides Beyonce?
I like trap music, Lil Yachty, Young Thug.
But he doesn't like Childish Gambino,
I
which
don't.
makes me sad. I love Childish
He's very childish.
Gambino.
Keimon?
I like the Rascal Flats.
Rascal Flatts.
They're good.
I like Rascal Flatts.
I only heard one song from them. can you guess which one?
Is the one that was in Cars?
Yes.
That's
the only one that I've heard.
I can't sing.
Life is
I'm not into
a
country
highway.
music.
That was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like country.
You don't like country.
I like country.
Oh.
My roommate loves country music.
Well,
He
yeah.
I can't do it.
I can sometimes.
I can do some of it, not all of it.
I can handle country music.
I can do, like Johnny Cash, which is more like
Ooh, Johnny Cash.
Johnny
is
Cash
really
is
good to listen to.
fantastic. I can do things like
Mumford
Well, I
and
guess-
Sons?
I wouldn't count Mumford and Sons.
I don't know many country.
They're
Mumford and
folk.
Song, isn't that like folk?
Mumford and Sons is indie folk.
Yeah.
Billy Ray Cyrus. I'm kidding.
Mine is
Brad Paisley.
I'm not familiar with
Kenny
him.
Chesney.
I can't do Kenny Chesney. Cannot stand it.
Old Taylor Swift.
No,
She did
I prefer new.
Yes, good country.
I prefer new Taylor Swift.
I actually do.
I actually do
prefer Taylor
actually
Swift.
legitimately like new Taylor Swift.
Yeah, no, new Taylor
being
Swift. I feel like it's a lot better than old
watching
Taylor
Kids
Swift.
Next Door. I wasn't forced.
He was watching Kids Bop.
No, I was not watching Kids Bop. Anything but Kids Bop.
Matt, Ryan loves Kids Bop, by
I
the way.
hate Kids
He has
Bop.
all
Do
the
not-
great albums.
Kids Pop ruins the song.
Okay,
So
Yeah, they
Remember I
censor
was
it
on
and they
commercial.
change up a lot of the words.
I was on Kids Bop.
And it takes away the original sound that makes the song so great.
Yeah, so I,
Album 20.
and an ex-girlfriend of mine, I made her a mix CD for Valentine's Day, but it was the Kids Bop version of Thrift Shop 15 times.
Oh.
You know, I did that with my ex, but I actually made like sweet romantic stuff because
Oh, yeah,
I
no,
was
I
a
did.
good girlfriend.
Yeah, I
Josh is, yeah, you heard it here first, folks. Josh is not a good boyfriend.
Hey,
I will
I'm
give
a
you
good
joke
significant
jokes.
other. Hit me up.
Lies.
Name one
Lies!
song.
What would you
Name
know?
one song from it.
I would love a
know?
joke
Lots.
gift more than an actual gift because I feel like there was more thought to it.
Right, right. I put a lot of thought into that.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
did. I actually made like a list of 30 different songs, and I went through and listened to each one individually and decided how that pertained. And then I went through, and I think I had 14 overall that I used. But you have to put
Oh,
thought.
I played it up too. It was like, this is full of music that just reminds me of you. I made her think it was really sweet. She was so excited to get home and listen to it, and it was just that 15 times.
The song.
Did you like? Was it on a cassette tape?
No,
Oh, it was on a CD.
It was on a CD.
Did you like rename the songs?
No.
Oh,
No, I didn't.
oh, you weren't that evil to rename the songs, to make it think it was gonna be something different.
Did you like put
That's with my
on?
hair. Just rolling.
What?
Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say next. Well, yeah, we have a new segment on the show called Words of the Week with Keimon, because he doesn't speak much during the podcast, so you guys need to hear more of his voice. So, Keimon, what are your wise words of the week?
Don't give up. Even if you get down. Grades, failing. It's just the first week.
This is the fourth week. We just finished our fourth week.
You can always do it again.
No, we can't.
If you can.
Never again.
Keimon,
There's some
they
things you
retort
can't
to
do.
your
again.
words of wisdom. You can't always do it again. This is college.
I can't.
You have one chance,
I've done it.
one opportunity.
I've got my opportunities
Would you
back.
capture it? Or let it slip?
This is his words of wisdom.
Yeah, Alex, we'll give you your
Yeah,
we'll
this
give
is
you
it.
your
You just guess. Get out.
Any other words, Keimon?
Go to college.
Go to community college first, then go to
No,
college.
go to
No, go to college.
No,
You gotta go to college.
It's cheaper to go to community college first, unless you get a full ride scholarship.
Yeah.
I didn't go to community college.
I
I
didn't get a
got
full ride
half
scholarship, so I
scholarship.
went to
Yeah.
community college first.
I get half off
Yeah.
tuition since my mom works at EIU.
Yeah, that's nice.
So I can
Oh,
go to
really?
any state
Tuition
school
also
for half
hits
tuition. Yeah.
That's
car.
sweet.
Yeah. I was like, well,
Do you get half housing too, or do you just get half tuition?
Just tuition.
That's still nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm your brother.
My brother.
We had just had a new twist on the show.
Ooh.
Keimon and Josh are
When's
brothers.
closes in 40 minutes?
What?
When's closes in 40 minutes?
You got that.
Wait, what? They do? Okay, I mean, we're almost done with the podcast. It's been like, what, 47, 48 minutes? Yeah.
It's not long
But-
enough. You gotta make an hour.
Yeah, we gotta make it an hour.
No, we don't.
Extend it. Alex, you have an interesting voice. What's
Yeah.
your wise words of the week?
He has a small body voice. Everybody does.
Yeah, no, like his voice does not match his face at all.
My voice does not match me at all, period. Words to live by. Live life one step at a time. Always never be afraid to take no for an answer. Always be willing to give something a shot.
Or shoot.
Or shoe.
Because Keimon totally just threw his shoe at Alex.
I think
Shoes
this
on my
is
feet.
match shoe.
Oh, yeah,
great-
it's not
Yeah,
shoe.
that's
Yes.
one of my shit.
A great man once told me. Go
Here
to
is a shoe.
Good.
that man was Keimon.
And also, college is 10 times better than high school.
It
Oh my
truly
gosh,
is.
yes, I second that.
Just don't sleep through your classes.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
too. Don't sleep through
Matt.
classes.
That's one time.
I gotta get going. I gotta make a phone call.
Alright,
Alright.
see you, Alex.
Thank you
Everyone
for
say
this.
goodbye to Alex.
I bid you good day.
And
Does
good
this mean I
day
get
tomorrow.
promoted to a chair now?
You get promoted to a chair.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have to sit on the sink anymore.
Although there was a chair over here you could have been using.
Oh.
the whole time.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I live on the wild
You
side.
could just been sitting
I make my own
cross-legged
rules.
on the floor over there.
That's too much effort, though.
It is too much effort.
Like, I have long legs. I need to stretch out.
That is true. Alright. Any other topics anyone want to talk about?
How's school going, guys?
School's going good.
School's amazing.
That's great. That's great.
I love school. I love college.
I'm tired of my acting.
I'm ready to go home.
Really? I focus less on the classes and the attractive people that surround me. Like, I can just walk to any class and just be like,
I know how you feel.
That's the opposite of me.
It's the opposite of me.
Well, okay, English is one.
English is one?
English class, but other than that, it's kind of dull.
I can look, but I can't act. So you guys.
Oh,
look.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're just window shopping?
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
go if it
You
is
have a girl
where I
right now?
want to.
You better hope she doesn't listen to this.
She's not.
I was good.
I'll send her a link. Right, I'll send her a link. You heard it here, folks. Window shopping.
Ryan's gonna send the link. That's
Everyone
so
just
much
send it to his girlfriend.
They don't know who it is.
I
Okay,
know who it is.
So
I'm ready
last
to go.
episode we talked about Sleep Fight.
Wait.
Yeah, no,
I
they're not
didn't talk
listening.
about what I did this weekend.
Oh yeah, what'd you do this weekend?
Nothing.
Wait, what weekend? It's still been the weekend.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
The weekend just started.
Oh, did I sleep all week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Welcome to 2017.
In the 2 days I was awake, I read Joe the Barbarian. It's a-
Oh yeah, you're saving that stuff for later. Wait to extend the podcast.
It's later.
See, I knew it. It's a good comic, you know?
What's it about?
It's about a kid. He's got diabetes. He's kind of like us, you know? He likes creating things, you know? Like drawing, you know, creating stories and stuff. Reminds me a lot of me when I was a kid. He forgets to... His glucose levels get low, and he goes into shock, and it's just his experience trying to get downstairs and, like, get a soda to, like, regulate his things. It's very interesting.
Is it type 1 or type 2?
Does that
I
matter?
imagine he's really young, so probably type 1.
I mean, it changes the whole.
Yeah, if he's going to get a soda to regulate his sugar thing,
blood sugar levels.
I would imagine it's type 1.
Or is it type 3?
Is there a type 3?
No, not that I know of.
The
Only
movie,
severe.
the movie is moved.
So yeah, that's that.
Wait, what?
It's a good read. I
Probably.
recommend it.
Probably though.
Was there something else you were saving for later?
No. Oh, we just got a piece of paper under the door.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, right.
We have a
Is this
letter.
real?
We have a
It's
letter.
Blake!
It's Blake!
Plot
Guys,
twist.
This
a
is
secret
Dun,
message.
dun, dun.
I'm gonna turn on my black light.
Get the lemon juice.
What do you mean, black light?
This is a LED light.
I don't think
Flash
I don't
black
think we're
light.
on the black light.
Oh my gosh, guys, it says something. It says,
Oh,
"Dear
sometimes it's
podcasters, my name is Riley. You won't know who I really am because my name is Riley."
Is that what it actually said?
Yeah, it actually says that right here. See? Oh my gosh.
I guess.
So he says that we don't know him because his name is Riley. Then he repeats again that his name is Riley and that he's going to kill us in our sleep tomorrow night.
And his name's
Welcome,
Riley.
Hey, sincerely, my name is Riley.
I'm on the A side.
So guys, I think we need bodyguards. We're becoming too popular.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm sure that's the reason.
Yeah, Riley's
come
one of
to
those
the
crazy
bathroom.
fans that wants to kill us just for his
I
fame.
welcome
That
that.
must be it.
Any adoring fans that
Like
really want to
it's
kill us, please feel free. We live in Kellogg Hall, and
No, we
If
don't.
Send us-
you kill someone else, I get free tuition. So kill anybody but me.
Is that really how it works?
No, it's not.
No.
well, if your roommate does, you
But
can
I don't want my roommate to die. I like my roommate.
I mean, technically, we are in a stalemate because if either one of us.
So, hey,
Guys,
Matt, how would you like
neither
free
one-
tuition?
Do I get the free tuition?
Yeah, Matt
What do you
recently
guys
had a
think?
roommate that just moved in,
You get the free
and he doesn't like him.
Technically, I'd have to give.
He's a cool
He's
guy.
okay. He's okay. I
Why
haven't met
don't,
him
you, why
yet.
don't you go in your room, Matt?
Yeah, why don't you go in your room? Why don't you ever
I like
like?
to give people privacy. You know?
Uh-huh.
There's two
Tell them
people.
why.
They're always worried.
Should we shine the black light on your roommate?
No, that's okay.
Black light on his bed. See all the stains.
I like the way this bed is.
Yeah, you're gonna get this.
So last week we talked about Super Fight, but we didn't actually give it a rating from 1 to 10. So
7.
Oh, I'm
63.
giving that a 10. I
73.
love that game.
Super Fight is so much fun.
Wait,
That is the best
If you have
game I've
if you have
ever
an impartial judge, a 10.
Okay.
If you have a
Not
memer,
necessarily.
a 5.
You're still pissed off about the Chuck Norris thing.
No, it's not that.
Okay,
It's not just that one.
we
Did
did.
I think I beat you in that one.
I love
the Chuck
tabletop
Norris.
games.
Wait, no, I didn't have Chuck Norris.
For those
No,
who played it,
no.
what do you think of the expansion deck I bought?
I don't.
I'm not familiar with anime,
Yeah,
I-
well,
but
okay,
for what
Wow.
I know about anime, I really enjoyed it.
We can beat Kevin now.
It
We can
really-
be Kevin.
He can be killed.
No! So yeah, I think we're reaching the end of our podcast today. We're just gonna go around and reintroduce everyone. My name's Kevin. You can find me on Twitter at authorklau. That is AUTHORKLAU.
I'm Josh. You can still find me on the Instagram account that I don't use. 'Cause I don't use it. You can follow me there if you want. I don't want to say the username again because I'm lazy, but you can click the link.
Yeah, there's a link in the description if you guys need those.
Oh my goodness.
I'm Ryan. You can find me on now all 4 social media sites because I've been forced into every single one.
Well, not just
Are you
Facebook.
recording it?
Yeah, I was originally just I had to get Twitter because the newspaper required me. Then I got Instagram to keep in touch with my friends, and apparently everyone moved to Snapchat.
Yeah.
Now everyone's in
Snapchat's
Facebook, and I'm like, can people just stay in one?
I thought I was the only person that legitimately uses Facebook.
No, apparently not.
I
I
like
yeah.
the cute cat videos.
You can find me.
Might make a Twitter account.
Maybe.
You should.
Maybe.
Twitter
I
is the
don't
best
know.
invention. Like,
Let me
I
find
love
my name.
Twitter.
Like
I hate,
love
what,
Twitter.
I hate what
I-
Twitter is becoming because
Yeah.
Twitter, the timeline is becoming more like Facebook timeline. We're not seeing it
Yeah, I know. That's
in
upsetting.
most recent order. You're seeing it like top stories, and I
Yeah,
keep
I
missing
don't
my
like
favorite
it.
tweets.
I know, same. Like,
Sure.
that's not the purpose of Twitter. Twitter is to be not Facebook, and they're trying to become like Facebook.
Twitter's just supposed to be a streamline of everyone you're following. It has everything on it, but now it's just
So-
like you only see a few things.
Yeah, it's
I
like
need my
stuff you
Markiplier
made.
tweets.
Mm.
What about you, Keimon?
Oh, you can follow me on Snapchat, Pokemon07,
Really? I'm gonna add you right now.
and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. It only has 2 videos.
Is
And
it capital
yeah.
P or lowercase p?
Is it
And
matter
that-
for Snapchat?
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it might. but-
Pokemon07, P-O.
No, is it capital P or lowercase p?
I don't think it needs to be capitalized. I don't think
You
it
put the
matters.
accent mark over the E. You're a poser.
Right. Well, that's my name, so I'm just putting my name.
Oh, you put it. You spelled that.
Wait,
clever.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah,
You
you
spelled
spelled
it.
There you
I
are.
never seen it like
Keimon.
spell.
Okay.
I added you.
Woo!
I just added DM too because you're my phone. Because I have your phone number.
Oh, I was reacting to this.
You look so shocked.
Matt?
I have a Twitter account that I've never used ever.
Oh,
So,
So
like my
I
Instagram.
would not recommend you follow that. I will start using it, and then I'll tell you to follow it. And I don't have an Instagram. I have a Facebook, but I don't want to give out my last name, so we'll take that out.
It's Admire.
His last name is Hitler.
He's German.
No.
Hey,
He's
so
so
offensive jokes are my thing.
Yeah, that's his thing.
Yeah.
You can call me by 314 blank and blank.
All right, special guest. How about you guys?
Alright, you can find I'm on all 4 social media sites. My Twitter and Instagram are the same at Malia Bailey 23. MALEA BAILEY. I'm not gonna give out my Snapchat because that's much more
Yeah, that's more personal, even though can Snapchat be private?
You don't get it?
I don't use Snapchat, so I can't say it. Other special guests, introduce yourself.
What social media?
Hi, my name is Dion, and you can follow me on Twitter at Beyonce #1fan.
That's awesome.
No, I'm kidding.
You're trying to- no, it's fake.
I don't have
So
social
that's why
media.
we take
toxic.
Oh.
You
Yeah,
have a
that's-
Snapchat. Do you want me to proclaim your
well-
Snapchat for the world?
I just watch family on Snapchat.
You watch family.
That's kind of creepy.
Keep up with fam.
You gotta keep up with the family.
I'm surprised. You seem like one of those people that would love social media.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I'll be really good on it, but
You
like,
just-
I'm funny and attractive and stuff like that. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, let's not think too highly of ourselves here.
Right.
But yeah, anyways, that's all of us. Also, we have a Facebook page
Yeah.
for
Oh, yeah.
More Nerds and Mice. And you go to facebook.com/More Nerds. You can find us on SoundCloud and on iTunes.
iTunes.
Josh is in charge of the iTunes, so if you see something on there that's not correct, bug him about it on
Yeah.
Instagram. Take a picture of yourself and be like,
And
hey
I won't-
man, Josh, I'm going to find you.
Yeah, you can send me a DM on Instagram that I'll never read because I don't use Instagram.
Sliding into them DMs.
Yeah. Hopefully
Yeah,
next week we'll have more topics to talk about because we actually have a whole, actually longer than a week.
Longer than a week.
Yeah, we have a week and like
Yeah,
2 days.
2 days.
This is still going up on Sunday though, right?
Yeah, we're gonna because we're putting this up on Sunday, but we're not recording until the Sunday after.
Well, you and me will have binge watched.
Yeah, tonight Ryan and I are gonna binge watch Supergirl all night.
Oh my god. You guys are
You're
I
trash.
love
Find
the
a good
lead
show.
actress. She was in Glee.
I know she was in Glee.
What's
The
Glee?
Flash was in Glee too.
Yeah.
Wait, really? Who was
Yeah,
the Flash?
Grant Gustin.
I don't know.
He was only a couple episodes of Glee. I haven't
Who
seen
did he
Glee.
play?
I don't know. I can't remember. I'll just show you a picture.
He's
of
like some really
I can show you a
snobby
clip.
rich dude.
it. I don't watch Glee. I just know he was from Glee.
Who?
But apparently there's gonna be a musical crossover between Flash and Supergirl.
That'd be
Musical
awesome. I would
Yeah.
watch that.
The villain gonna be
I would
music
so watch
monster.
that.
It might be
That's
something.
trash, man.
They can
Nobody
still
want to hear
work.
that.
I would so watch that.
Now I feel like I have to watch them.
I'm gonna
'cause
start
I like
listening
I know.
to
I've always wanted to watch.
Let's
them.
go.
I should probably start
I
watching.
feel like I have to watch those shows because I like musicals.
Just for that one episode.
Yeah.
Have you seen Psych the musical?
I didn't like it.
Ooh,
Psych the musical is great.
I didn't finish it, so I didn't really like it.
Oh,
I would
it's
have
so
rather had
good.
two.
I loved it
I
so
would have rather
much.
had
Musicals the
two
best.
just normal
Well,
episodes.
every episode
which would have been much better.
Did y'all see that musical
Oh
episode
my
that's
gosh,
underrated?
that's Sebastian.
All right, well, guys, we're gonna end it here.
We'll
See
talk
you
about Psych
guys
next
next week.
Bye.
Same bat time, same bat place.
Sebastian.
Same bat.
From Glee.